Big streams. Hey, G-Duck. Hey, Foamed. Welcome. I haven't. Hey, Vertigo. Oh, please. It's not the flattest town on Earth. You haven't seen, like, the upper Midwest. This has got nothing on parts of the Midwest. He's out there. Hey, Tiffany. Because me and Boyks can attest to parts of North Dakota just being... You look in any direction, 360 degrees, it's just completely flat horizon. Around there. Hey, Alyssa. Except where the rivers are. Because that's... Obviously, the rivers would have to be down a little bit, but everything but the rivers, completely flat. That's why the winds can get so gnarly, and why the winters can be quite cold. New Mountain Dew Uproar. Flaming hot. It's actually good. I haven't seen any of those in the stores, but I haven't exactly been looking. Kiwi strawberry. Huh. Well, for my flavored drink stuff, I usually get Target's Market Pantry brand of like the water squirty things. So I just have a Brita filter with tap water filtered. And then as it's pouring in out of the thing, I squirt in a squirt of these flavor things. And they're by far and away the cheapest, which is why I usually get them from Target. Hey, Darkuchi. And recently they changed the packaging from like this like wide but short packaging to thin but tall. So it's the same amount of liquid that's in it. It's just different shape to it now. But they got rid of like all of the actually good flavors and replaced them with just the stupidest shit. It's like, God, one of them was coconuts and mint or something. Coconut mint. One was like mango and... Oh shit, it's so stupid. They actually had like 5 good flavors, and now there's one good flavor. It's just like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like I took one sip of that coconut flavor and just spat it out. Like, oh my god. So that's typically my soda replacement. And at the very least, the 2 flavors that have caffeine in them are the best so far. So that's good, I guess. But the ones that don't have caffeine in them, they're like, hey, what are the worst possible flavor combinations we could make? Let's do those. Fucking Target. And like, the other alternative to that is to get Mio, which is like the nationwide name brand. But those are like more than double the price for the same amount of stuff. But if that's the stuff that doesn't taste like liquid garbage, then I guess it's... Yeah, I know, right? Black cherry, orange, like grape flavored. Fruit punch. Fruit punch is usually my go-to. Lemonade. They got rid of all those and made these bullshit flavors. Like, they're so bad. I was actually like, when I was at the Target and I made my way over to where that place is and I saw that, I actually went, what? It takes a lot for me to exclaim in public, but that did it. When I saw like they got rid of all their good flavors. Fucking Target, man. I'm gonna have to talk to a manager, get them to change that, because Target, they fucked up real bad. And then the local grocery store also has their own version of that too. But there's like 2 flavors, and they're always out of them. So it's like, and they aren't even that cheap either compared to Target. So life is hard. Life is hard all around. These are the real first world problems that I'm having day to day now. They don't have my preferred flavor of water flavor at the local store anymore, and I'm very mad about it. However, will I survive? By playing Deadly Premonition 2: A Blessing in Disguise. We're on part 3, this banger, 6.5 hours in. I don't know how long this game is, but oh man, I hope it starts to pick up pretty soon, because I'm not gonna lie, this has been not very good so far. So I'm really hoping either the game gets like weirder, significantly weirder very quickly to make up for a lot of the slog of this game, or there's like more combat or something, just fucking anything, because oh man, this game this game has the FPS not good. We'll see. Crade. All right, but let's jump into it here, shall we? Maybe today's the day that this game gets really good. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Yeah, the dialogue's great. That's been a large highlight of this one so far. The good old sweary charm in this one. Yeah, the performance not very good. Yep, and we did hear the whistle song, or at least the whistling part of whistle song once, of Life is Beautiful. Heard that, I think, twice. But you can only get that when you're on the skateboard and press in on the L stick. All right. So we're still on episode 1, according to this. So, sure. All right, head to the singularity. So where we last left off, we're told by a weird, spooky ghost man in a painting to go bowling. We did that. We went bowling, and then after we went bowling, we were told to seek out the false altar, and then look towards the sunrise at the false altar, and then we would get further direction when we were there. So we went there. That the false altar was where the body of the murdered young woman was found. And when we looked towards the sunset, there was a skull shaped in the water. And the skull had like a point to it that pointed towards, I think, an old cabin or old farm or something, on the other side of the river. And our sidekick told us that was... All right, here's the frame rate. It's very good. Our sidekick told us that was a spooky place or something. So we're going to go investigate that. But first, it is 6 o'clock. I'm not sure when the sheriff's department... Okay, they open at 7, so we'll wait here a bit. I need to go get ammo, because I looked at the VOD for last time and was trying to figure out exactly why I ran out of bullets. And it's just because I was just shooting a lot of things last time, and even though I had like 200 bullets, I went through them very quickly. So, all right, we can at least get some more bullet money here while waiting for the sheriff's office to open up. So this is the incredible open world combat in this game, where you just run through people's front yards and discharge your firearm at squirrels. This is the Deadly Premonition 2 experience in a nutshell here. Oh my god. And it seems to be quite random whether or not any of these shots actually land. There's stats associated with with the weapons in this, but it takes a lot of materials to upgrade your stuff. So hopefully this will be less of an issue later in the game, but it seems to be a coin flip whether or not you actually hit your target, which is fantastic. Alright, so we got some more. Oh, I see a blue squirrel. It's going to give us some bonus. Okay. Alright, rare kill. We'll take that. Alright. I wonder what happens here. Oh, okay, so we can actually see there's the sheriff showing up here. Okay, so he gets out of the car, and then... Man, the animations in, in this game are certainly something. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Alright, so we do need... Does he only have 3 that we can buy? That says rubber bullets box, parentheses 3. Like... Pins 50... Okay, just in case this ends up being a disaster.
You ever need anything? Okay.
So we should have plenty of bullets for Mr. Alligator. 478. So in case there's a bunch of combat wherever we're going, we should be fine. So... It's said to head to the Singularity. Which in theory that's here, this building. Why is Patricia over there? What? Alright. Apparently there's upgrade charms related to the skateboard. Okay, we caught some air there. Alright. Any blue things here? Nope. Yeah, you can see the extent of all the control that I have here over the skateboard. There's not much.
Hey Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before.
So this is head to the Singularity at the plantation control cabin. So I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to Patricia first of this random palm tree just in the middle of someone's yard.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Alright, any blue squirrels over here? See a big red one. Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay, so Patricia is not here anymore, so I don't know where she went. All right, is clever little girl with us now? Okay, I don't know where she is. All right, well, hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Okay, so the skull in the water. You could only see from... Okay, yeah, she's down there. Maybe I should go talk to her. Just in case. Alright, Patty.
So, if it isn't Agent Morgan, how may I help you?
Are you angry with me, Patty?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, good. In that case, please return home at once.
Oh, okay. All right. I vaguely recall having that conversation with her last time. Okay. All right, so we got a UFO here. So this is probably another guaranteed UFO spawn. Oh god, it was carrying a squirrel. What the fuck? That's new. Alright. Sure. We saved that squirrel from abduction, but then it was coming right for us, so I had to shoot it. Here's the deal. Alright, somebody is A posing in front of the shack here. Okay. More cowboy boots.
Look, Zach. We're about to encounter a new character.
Oh, damn it. I know I saw her go inside, but it's empty. The hell's going on here?
You won't be able to find the other world.
What the... Who in the hell are you? What are you doing on our plantation?
I'd like to ask you the same.
Well, Hey, shut up. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I see. Well, if you don't want to tell me, then I have no choice but to guess. You just said this is our plantation. I assume that means you're a member of the Clarkson family, and you're here looking for someone. If there's a search being conducted on Clarkson property, it must be a search for Galena Clarkson, who's gone missing. Judging from the way you speak, your age, and most of all the color of your eyes, you must be Danny Clarkson, the father of the victim, Galena's husband, and the manager of the cold storage warehouse. Nice to meet you. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I'm here investigating the Lise Clarkson case. Oh, and just call me York. That's what everyone's always called me.
You think I give a shit? You better watch your mouth or I'm liable to whoop your goddamn ass.
Oh, shit.
Your daughter was taken from you, and now your wife has gone missing. No words can describe what you're going through. I imagine you're doing everything you can, searching every last nook and cranny all over town. But, Danny, listen to me. It won't get you anywhere. No matter how hard you search, you'll never find them.
The fuck is with you? You want to throw down with a Clarkson?
Absolutely not. I simply wish to solve this case.
Then hurry up and investigate, goddammit.
I am. That's why I'm here. The Oracle told me there's something in this spot.
Oracle?
That's right. Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman. If you wish to find the person who killed your daughter, you should cooperate. I imagine that not even the Clarksons want to start a feud with a federal power.
I've had enough of your bullshit. Why's everyone and their mother been pissing in my ear today, huh? Shit!
Does this mean you're ready to cooperate? May I enter the building?
Oh, man.
Do whatever you want. If you think you can mess with the Clarksons, you got another thing coming.
Switch is having a hard time with this area. Man.
Zach, it appears that the Clarksons have no idea where Galena is either. And judging from Danny's demeanor, the family must be in the midst of their own complications.
This
case may require more work than we think. Zach, Danny married into this family, didn't he? Yet he's acting like he's a full-blooded Clarkson. I'm surprised, really. That was the most unexpected aspect of our encounter. After all, he's only the son-in-law. What do you think, Zach?
It must be all those plants. The veg, whatever these are. All of this is probably making the switch shit itself. What? BO, when you have body odor, the stench will attack flies. The more time you spend in this state, the worse the odor will get. The flies will never leave you, which will gross out the townspeople and will allow some creatures to notice you faster. Take a shower. Okay. Interesting. Yep, there are flies flying around me now. We're Sticky Boy now. Okay. Well, the townspeople I don't think could not get any more weirded out by us, so I'm not sure flies and stank will really move the needle on this one. And the aggro range is so small on wild animals that who cares on that note, I guess. Oh man, look at that. All right, we found the frame rate. It's in here. Here's where it's been hiding the whole time. This looks like a spooky combat area. I'm glad I went and bought ammo. Okay. Man, look, this feels so much better. Actually having performant frame rate here. Yeah, we're gonna need these for later. Okay. Oh. Another clock that doesn't know how to Roman numeral properly. 1, 2, and 3 are fine. 4 is not. The clock at the CVS near me is also like that too. Like, come on, that's not how you Roman numeral.
This is it, Zach. A deadly premonition.
He said the thing.
You know, for some reason I'm getting butterflies. How about you?
It's probably just the flies circling around you.
It's time we went and saw this other world for ourselves.
Okay. We bring the flies and stink with us to the other world. So that's a singularity. Okay. Fatal Omen, explore the singularity and find more clues. Okay. I bet once we finish this little area, it's probably going to flash forward back to 2020 or whenever the current day stuff is.
Zach, the countryside is always so entertaining. It has far more stimuli to offer than the big city.
Okay, so we have our weird Mega Man gun arm now. Yeah.
Those movies from the 80s were all predicting the future. Life's simpler than what philosophers make it out to be. In the end, truth and reality are never one and the same. Now we have nothing to fear. Right, Zach? Let's march straight into this otherworldly abyss.
I love that. Okay, a box of bullets. So if you came here without ammo, that's how you can get them, I guess. It was mostly like gigantic out-of-place barrels that held the ammo in the first game, if I remember correctly. Snarf! Okay, so these guys aren't bright red in here. They were bright red when you encounter them after dark in the real world. Like as oh, that's that guy spawning in. As kind of goofy as this mode is, oh, we don't get a map of this area. I'm glad it's in here. Because otherwise, this might be getting stale. Okay. Game reminding me there's a crouch mechanic. Snarf! This is never gonna get old. I fucking love that. I should probably be doing the punch on those rather than shooting them. I'm assuming that's one of the spooky ghosts spawning whenever it makes that sound. Or that's... okay. And the mini-map in the lower left also has a red bar around it, or a red ring around it whenever an enemy is there. Okay. So the camera doesn't move anywhere near as quickly as I'd like it to in the combat sections. That's as fast as it can turn. And I can't like turn around and do that because it's always going to aim where you're looking. Snarf! Okay. So if your aim is okay, you can one-shot these guys pretty consistently. Unlike the first game, where it took like 10 shots on even the weakest enemies to take him down. Hey, Michaels. I don't know if I'd say this game is all right. It's been quite something so far. I am really glad I bought ammo before this. Okay, so that was probably the end of the section. What an exciting thrill a second area. Alright, not gonna lie. The combat is somehow worse than the first game's combat so far. Okay. Is this the crime scene?
Zach, I sense something here.
A boss, perhaps. Oh, man.
Lise was murdered here. Let's take a closer look and find out exactly what went on.
Okay. So first we had to go shoot a bunch of ghost clowns, and now we're back to being investigator again. Oh man, that frame rate. Oh. Okay. So this is her mother?
Zach, the murder weapon was an axe. Lise must have been dismembered while she was still alive.
She's got the butterfly ring on her right hand pinky finger. And the guy outside also had that same ring on his pinky finger.
And the woman holding the axe. Flashy clothes, beautiful face, and that dragonfly ring. This must be Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson.
Huh.
Look, Zach. She's crying. It's the polar opposite of Lisa's euphoric expression. Galena is brandishing an axe while tears stream down her face. What was going on in her head?
More. I want more. Okay, sweetie. We're gonna play a fun game now. I love games. I wanna play. Yes, I'll give you exactly what you want. Something real special. You'll be able to
Okay, well.
Zach, Lisa's limbs were severed while she was still alive. But she's smiling. She must not have been able to feel any pain. Sang Rouge isn't that powerful of a drug. At least it shouldn't be. And look, Zach. Another dragonfly. The tattoo is just to the side of her navel. She always carried the mark of a Clarkson with her, wherever she went.
Wow, it's amazing. I can feel it. I'm getting prettier. Yeah, you are. See, I made this just for you. My body's getting hot. So hot.
Jesus.
I'm burning up. Sensations take over, Lise. Soon you won't feel any pain. You won't feel anything at all.
Zach, there's a tall woman here. Very stylish. She'd stick out like a sore thumb in this town. Is she watching the murder?
I don't recognize this person.
No. She's clearly more than an innocent spectator. She must be deeply entwined with this case somehow.
Is this a spooky ghost?
Okay, let's get started. This is gonna be so fun. Remember how you used to play with dolls when you were a baby, honey?
Yay! I love dolls. Dolly, dolly, dolly. Yes. Oh, yes. You're amazing. I love you, my little dolly.
Hey, Gundam.
Yes, yes. Play with me, dolly.
Okay. Sure.
Red powder. This must be Sang Rouge. But for some reason, it looks more vibrant than all the specimens we've gathered so far.
You're so beautiful.
Really? Yay! I'm a little dolly. I'm a little dolly.
That's it, Lise. It'll all start from you. Now you'll never die. You'll be eternal. Just wait for me, Lise. I'll be with you soon. I'll always be with you.
Dolly, dolly, dolly.
We got $20 for that. All right.
Lise Clarkson was murdered here. After she died, she was carried to the spot underneath that bridge. Why did the killer feel the need to move her? Bodies are usually only moved to cover up evidence. But this is different. Lisa's body was enshrined. She was being shown off to someone. The ritual, the altar. A mother killing her child. A monstrous giant. And a mysterious, stylish woman. There's a real demon out there, and it's got its sights set on the Clarksons. But Zach, this is exactly the kind of case we FBI agents are here to solve. Isn't that right?
Right. Okay. Don't see. Okay. Also a bunch of items here. Capitano fragment. Interesting. I'm not sure I can get back to this area again. Don't want to be thorough here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so we got all that. Anything in the center of the room? It's kind of hard to spot stuff in here because usually I just look at the mini-map for item drops, but there is no mini-map here. Okay. All right. So there's either going to be a boss fight, which is unlikely, or it's just going to dump me back out in town again. Oh, okay. Great. Oh, that it's got to load in the physics into memory here. Snarf. Snarf. Alright, dual kill is a big bonus. Okay. I'm not even sure what those Capitano fragments are. But I'm sure they will sell for a decent amount of money. And ideally, I'm going for headshots here to get that extra money. Okay, so that's probably just a roadblock. Anti-numb. Alright. How is that a sharpshooter bonus? Alright. I'll take it, I guess. So not worth it to melee. So I can pull this. I don't know if this is the critical path or a side room. All sorts of ammo drops here. Man, I probably could have saved a lot of money. I should probably go back this way and see what was back here real quick, because that looks to be the way forward. Really only 2 item drops there? Huh. Thrilling combat. Okay. Be a bunch spawning here. Dude. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if you hold down aim and then hit the bumper. Okay. That will probably come in handy at some point. Okay. Oh, you can also dodge forward with that. Okay. So this is the same, like, shrine thing that was in our hotel room. I think that's the thing you use to change equipped charms, but I don't think I have any charms equipped, so I don't think this does anything. It's blue on the mini map though, so I don't know what that is. Okay. This looks like a boss fight. Interesting. So the first game only had like three boss fights. It had some sections where you ran away from a guy chasing you, especially in the early game. But nothing like in arena until very late in the game. Suddenly this is Bloodborne.
I did it. I really did it. I finally completed the first ritual. Now the plan will begin. The Red One's plan will begin.
Zach, this case is going to be a labyrinth. I certainly didn't expect to run into a monster like this. Honestly, I'm not one for violence, but I'm not just going to stand here and die. What do you think? Should we read off her rights?
Now, it's the Red One's turn. The Red One. Soon. And in the end, we'll be together. Together.
Whoever modeled that model forgot to apply smoothing to the normals.
Red. Oh, see, red. Oh, yeah. I killed Lise.
Unless it's supposed to look like that.
As I was told. I killed her. So pure, adorable, and beautiful. I killed my own baby. Lise, you son of a bitch! What did you do to my daughter?
Stay away from the tree roots. think that was all the items? So there's also a lock-on mechanic to this, where you can hold down that, and it does that. That's probably how they want you to do this. Oh, they respawn. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's just finish off the boss.
You're really pissing me off. I'm invincible now. Holy red seeds protect me. So then why? What are you? No, it can't be. You came here to stop our plan? You can't stop us now. We already made our sacrifice. You don't know how much we sacrificed. How many tears of blood we cried. Oh, for the Red One's plan. We've come so far. The Red One gave me the honor of lighting the flame. I'm not gonna let you stop me here!
Oh, phase 2. This is the final boss.
Galena, is this your true form? Gosh, Hollywood would have been all over you. Although you probably would have been typecast as a gross monster. The kind that heroes always kill.
We're going to make a new world! And no one's going to stop us!
Okay. Oh god.
No! This can't be happening! How?
Alright, luckily the mini-map shows where she is.
Feel my pain!
Disaster aversion bonus. Right.
Impossible. This is impossible. Red Dream!
Yeah, roll credits. That was a decent boss. Okay. All right, and then they let you get all the drops. Snarf. Yeah, at least she didn't say snarf at the end. God, I love that the whole game just kind of stops whenever you need to break a box. Oh, they had to. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be later. Once we learn all the cool skateboard tricks. Okay, I think that's it for items here. All right, well, that was thrilling. So now it's probably going to shift back to present time. Or not. Okay. All right, we're Stinky Boy, but I'm sure she won't mind.
Lise. Our new world. My Lise. My sweet little dolly.
Galena Clarkson? You are now under arrest on suspicion of the murder of Lise Clarkson and the illegal disposal of her corpse. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. That's enough, Zach. She can't hear us anymore. Zach, pardon my language, but this case can go fuck itself.
Dang. I don't think he ever talked like that in the first game. So we got edgy York in this one.
I owe you one, Mr. York. I'm awful sorry you had to get all caught up in our town's dirty laundry. I didn't expect you to catch the criminal this soon, though. You never fail to impress me. Come on, CLG. Let's head back to the office.
They have a shower here that I could use?
Mr. York and I both got a lot of cleanup work to take care of.
Brother, don't I?
Now I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna tell the Clarksons. That's my biggest problem.
Melvin, this investigation has only just begun.
What? But we got the killer.
This case is much more complicated than it seems.
You mean you're gonna keep searching the town?
Of course. At the moment, I'm after a tall, stylish woman. Does that ring any bells?
Stylish? You lost me. What's that got to do with anything?
Zach and I saw her with our own eyes. We need to find her, I'm positive.
You're probably talking about Professor R.
Professor R? From the jazz bar?
Yeah. I mean, she's the only person in town you could call stylish. She's tall, too.
But...
What is it, Melvin?
Well...
Well? Out with it. Don't let your 10-year-old daughter upstage you here, Sheriff.
You're looking for a stylish woman, right?
Yes, we've established that.
Then I think you're barking up the wrong tree with Professor R. She isn't exactly a normal woman, if you catch my drift.
I hear you loud and clear. Melvin, you're careless in every sense of the word, but I believe you operate on the side of good in most cases.
So Deadly Premonition 1 didn't exactly handle things like this very well in that one. And it sounds like it's not going to handle this very well in this one, too. So, my apologies.
With that in mind, I'm disappointed to see that you carry some prejudice with you.
Good lord.
But
Is she the type to forbid customers from entering her jazz bar due to the color of their skin?
no, she ain't like that.
Well then, case closed. Melvin, I think we should call it a day. I'm going to head back to my hotel and get some sleep. I also need to prepare a report to send back to the Bureau. Patty, thank you very much for assisting me in my investigation. I'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
I just helped an FBI agent.
Oh, and Melvin, one more thing. You needn't worry about what to tell the Clarksons. I'm sure they already know that Galena's been arrested.
There's only 3 Clarksons, as far as I'm aware, and one of them's in jail right now.
After all, this is Lucare.
And one of them's dead. And the other guy was the guy in the cowboy boots outside the place where we got her. So I'm sure they're aware. Okay. What time is it? 10:12. So gonna head to the diner, head to... I wonder if I can jump in the water. Actually, you can't swim in this. I'm trying to think, how am I gonna get rid of this BO? None of that will help. Anything in here? So that's my inventory. First aid. Alleviate paralysis. So nothing in here to get rid of BO, it looks like. Nope. Okay. So we got to find a shower somewhere. And I don't think the one in the hotel works. So I could have sworn I saw some prompt somewhere in the game about how to get rid of BO with an item or something. Maybe it was just change your clothes. Maybe that's what it was. Because there's a mechanic about changing your clothes and sending them in for washing, and it takes like a day. Okay. That's relatively close, though, because the sheriff's station isn't that far from the hotel. And I doubt I'm going to be... I think the items stack, but yeah, there is a max inventory. Let's see if the sheriff sells anything that will help here.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see in the upper right, it says 30 out of 30. Suntan lotion. Ah, it gets rid of BO. Okay. Gum gets rid of BO. Sure. So let's make some room here. Okay. We'll sell 2 first aid kits. And let's just chew some gum.
You ever need anything?
All right. Let's see if we can make the flies go away by chewing some gum. Okay. Inventory. Man, this inventory system sucks. Where's the gum? Hello? I have cigarettes, lollipops, anti-numb. Did it go into the toolbox even though I cleared stuff specifically from my inventory?
Okay,
All right, sell. Consumables. It says I've. Oh god.
you ever need anything?
Okay, it must have sold some of the ones from the toolbox and not from my inventory. Incredible. So now we got to go through load zone here just to get to the toolbox to chew some gum to make us not smell anymore. Great. Wait, is there a toolbox there? There is. Okay. We probably don't need 1,000 bullets, but it looks like 250 is the most we can carry on us anyways, so that's fine. Okay. Alright. Let's see if this works. So there is no stank meter, it looks like. And the flies are still around. Well, good hygiene bonus, but there's still flies around us. Alright, maybe they'll go away if we go outside. So maybe the flies are unrelated. Maybe that's because we have dirty clothes on, and not because we smell. What a great mechanic. Like, I'm not even sure if this matters, because it just sounds like certain NPCs won't like you, and wild animals will aggro you from farther away, but that's not really a big deal, because I just get on my skateboard and, and just run away from them if I need to. Yeah, flies are gone. Okay, so all it takes is chewing some gum, and then we're no longer stanky. Okay. So our HP is at about half, but that's fine. So get straight this way to the diner and lane to get some cheap food. This is where we can get some Cajun food, which, as established from last time, is very different from Creole food, even though they're both based off of French cooking. Oh, all right. Found our boy Xavier.
We meet again, Bureau Man.
Yeah. Let me guess. Hungry? Yep. Exactly. Where's... I would like to order food. Game, please. Okay, there she is.
What'll it be, honey?
Okay.
Oh, coming right up.
All right. So the diner 1319. This will give us all of our hunger back. All right, we're gonna eat a duck, of course. Okay. quest complete. So that paid for our duck.
Come back. You ain't gonna.
Okay. All right. Return to Yorkstone, review the case. I've yet to find any bees. So... Tower, bellboy. The hotspot is not going to be any good. Okay, so really the only quest that is possible at this point is just the main quest. But that's fine. Alright, well, something has finally happened in the game after 7-ish hours of playing it, so that's fine, I guess. And keep in mind, I wasn't able to do anything outside of, like, advanced dialogue in this game until, like, an hour and 20 minutes into the game. I didn't even have control of York until that long in, so... Woo-wee. Alright, so back at the hotel. I should probably change into the other suit. Well, I'm pretty sure I already did that as well. I haven't seen any place in town to buy another set of clothes. So I'm not sure how that particular problem is going to be solved. All right, another load zone. So the current quest is likely to track down Professor R. And she's probably going to be at the jazz club, since she owns the jazz club. Let me see if I can shower. I'm pretty sure this still doesn't work. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Great. Okay.
Zach, let's go over our progress. We've got a complicated case on our hands this time, especially as far as the Clarksons' relationships go. But in a way, it's also a simple one. Understanding them on a deeper level is the most efficient way to uncover the truth behind all this. That's the one thing I'm sure of.
Okay, this did
Zach,
get much
let's
more
start with
complicated.
the people who were closest to the victim. Lise Clarkson, the victim, is the granddaughter of the current head of the Clarkson family. Her mother is Galena, an ex-actress, and Lise clearly inherited her beauty. Except for her eyes, that is. Lisa's eye color matches that of her father's. Now, do you remember who Lise Clarkson's father is?
Yes. It wasn't PJ. It was Danny.
That's right. Lisa's father is Danny Clarkson. His real name is Daniel E. Clarkson. He's from Florida and used to be the CEO of a talent agency. Danny struck the heart of Galena and successfully became a member of the esteemed Clarkson family. Despite being the son-in-law, he acts like he was born a Clarkson, but he's still just the son-in-law.
Okay.
Next comes what happened to Lise. According to Alexis, Lise said that the man was as tall as an oak tree. I believe that's the same 10-foot-tall giant who made the fingerprints we found in the cold storage warehouse. Now, what did this man do to Lise prior to her murder?
Prior to her murder, I think drugged her? Where did the jazz? It's probably stalked her? I guess not immediately before the murder, but...
Yes, that's it, Zach. The man as tall as an oak tree followed Lisa around and watched her.
Yeah.
Despite his towering stature, he must have been rather shy. Or perhaps he was merely biding his time and planned to kidnap her from the very start. If that's the case, there should have been some evidence left at the scene of the crime. Zach, we're still missing some puzzle pieces. Speaking of the scene of the crime, I did some profiling in the plantation's control room. The truth it revealed to us was nauseating and horrific, but we need to touch upon it if we wish to proceed. Isn't that right, Zach? Who actually murdered Lise Clarkson?
Galena.
Yes, that's right. Lisa's own mother killed her, while she was dreaming about some bizarre new world. This is by far the vilest and ugliest crime we've ever seen. The fact that Galena set up her daughter's body at an altar makes this case even more complicated. Remember, not a single sacrificial human murder has ever been proven and documented in all of American history. The real world is far more complex than what we see in films and video games, and sacrificing a human life for something else is no easy task. In conclusion, Zach, through our investigation, we found one character who sticks out more than anyone else. You know exactly who I'm thinking about, don't you? We'll need to have a word with her in the near future. Who's the stylish woman we saw during the profiling?
Okay. Professor R? Is it Professor R? Professor R? Professor R?
Professor R. We haven't met her yet, but she's deeply intertwined with this case. Let's wait for the skeletal gentleman to guide us to her with an oracle. Well, Zach, what do you think? Isn't the Deep South something?
We could probably just go to the jazz bar and find her.
The people here are just as warm as the weather, and the food is to die for. Might be nice to move down here after I retire. What, still too early to talk about that? You may be right. After all, this case has only just begun.
Okay. So I remember prior to this game coming out, there being a big deal in all the marketing for this about playing as York and then also playing as the female detective in present day. But so far it's been 99% playing as York and then as the female detective, whatever her name is. It's been so long since I played as her. It's just been very small dialogue trees and examining things in York's apartment. So it kind of feels like they maybe misrepresented that a little bit in the marketing for this. Look at that
Lena
gator.
can't be the killer. They're making all this shit up.
If what you say is true, Daniel, how do you plan to prove it?
Boss.
It's nearly been a century since the Clarksons first took control of Lucari. 100 years.
Big boss.
I always thought my legacy would live on for 300 at least.
I'm gonna find the real killer and beat the living dog shit out of him.
Yet it looks to me like times have changed. We ain't in the good old days no more. You understand me, boy.
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you, Paul. I'm gonna continue what you started, sir, and make the Clarkson family strong again. But first, I need to find whoever really killed Lise and bash their fucking brains in.
I saw this coming. Ever since the day Lenny left home, the town of Lucare has been cursed. We can't stop what's happening now. It's too late. It's beyond me. No. It's beyond the minds of anyone who comes from the olden days. You understand me now, boy?
Yes, sir. Believe me, I do. I'll kill him. Just leave everything to me, Paul.
Are you serious about this?
Yes, sir. Right hand of God. Look right in my eyes. I ain't lying. I'm serious. I just need you to lend me some troops, sir. We need retribution right now. That's the job I've been given, and I intend to do it.
Well then, let me ask you one more time. Are you serious about this?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a Clarkson, and all Clarksons have a job to do. Isn't that what we always say?
Mm-hmm. Then I'll need an arm.
Yeah. What?
Well now, you want to use my troops, I'm gonna need to know whether or not you're really serious about this. Just one arm. Slide it on through that wire there, and it'll take care of it for you.
Paul, I mean, you're joking, right?
Daniel, have I ever told you a single joke?
No, but...
If you want to become a real Clarkson, then you done got yourself a job to do.
Wait, Paul, I get it now. You want me to stick it in and then pull it out at the last minute, right? You want to see if I got guts or not, but there's gonna be another way. You can't be serious, sir. Hey, knock it off, you assholes! Let me go! He's just joking with me. Let me go, goddammit! Oh, please, sir, don't do this! Just tell me this is a joke, please!
I am a Clarkson. And no matter how our fortune falls, all Clarksons have a job to do. That be the law of this land.
That's quite the tattoo she's got. So according to what Saxophone Man told me, live jazz is only on weekends. Oh, okay. All right. S rank. 58 sharpshooters, UFO, rare kill. Okay. All right, so I beat up a bunch of civilians at the start. So, yep. I could have sworn I had more than 3 excessive forces, but okay. Pains. Okay, so the red shadows are different from the pains. Okay. So the Capitanos were the ones with the clock tower scissor things. Okay. He's passed to... Alright, sure. Alright, surely now it shifts back to present day.
York, you can hear me, right? I'll be with you soon. I'm not sad. Honestly, I can't wait. It's all I think about lately. I mean, we'll be together again. We'll get to discuss movies, food again. Everyone around here has bad taste.
This is old York.
They don't understand things the way we do. It's a shitty world filled with shitty people. Oh, that reminds me. There are movie theaters and restaurants over there, right? As soon as I get there, let's go grab some peanut butter hamburgers and yogurt smoothies. I'm so excited, York.
Peanut butter hamburgers?
Please, York, don't rush me. You just need to wait a bit longer. I still have one job left to do.
Okay, so that is a literal fairy.
Or else I'd never be able to face you. Just give me a little more time, okay?
So he was talking to the fairy a whole bunch at the start of the game, but we couldn't see anything. He was just kind of like, see that fairy? Thompsonville, suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, so back in present day.
So, Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson, confessed to murdering Lise. But then immediately afterwards, she went insane. So you had no choice but to detain her. What a terribly convenient story. You were the first person to find the suspect hiding at a farm on the edge of town. And you even got her to confess to the crime, right then and there. Did anyone else get a chance to hear Galena's confession?
Only us.
How did you even find that shack in the first place?
Well, you see, a skeleton man in a painting told me to go down by the river at sunrise.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
Right.
Meta what? Should I know this word?
Metaphysical offender profiling. The term appears 6 times in the Lucare report and 14 times in the 2010 Greenvale report. As long as you're solving cases, the people in charge don't really care what sort of words you use. But we're different. You utilized a highly abnormal method to instantly hone in on a suspect. Then you did it again and again. And every time you used it, one term kept appearing in your files. Metaphysical offender profiling. Mr. Morgan, would you mind explaining to us what this term means?
But no matter what words we used, you'd never be able to understand. You see, it doesn't pertain to this side. Come, my fairy. Stop hiding back there and give them the explanation they so desire. What? You're too shy?
Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Come on out. Don't be afraid. You can do it. It's okay. Come on. Come on.
Is that all you have to say? Don't underestimate me, Morgan. I know you and the Clarksons share a deeper connection, much deeper than how it appears on the surface. I need to shake him with something else that's directly connected to the Clarksons. I'm gonna jog his memory by force.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan, according to you, at the beginning of this case, the victim's body was being stored in the warehouse on purpose. Is that the truth? They really put her body there alongside food and other perishables?
It's in the report.
No. The report only says it was stored using the most effective and shockingly inhuman method possible.
What a very thorough report.
If you can think of a better phrase, we're all ears.
Encased in a solid block of ice? Maybe?
The report isn't wrong, you know. In fact, that might actually be the most accurate way of describing it. It's precise, and it's also kinda poetic, you know?
Good lord.
Wow, Simon. We never would have taken you for a poet.
Right?
You two think this is a joke? Lise Clarkson's body was discovered in that cold storage warehouse after 14 long years. If you'd only done a proper investigation, we probably would have found her much sooner. That poor girl.
We still regret the fact that we never got to meet her. We're sorry, from the bottoms of our hearts.
I only hope it didn't happen that way by design.
Will you comfort me? Thank you, my fairy.
Mr. Morgan, I noticed that several parts of this report have been redacted. For example, here, one individual's name has been erased from the key figure list.
Oh?
Would you mind telling me why?
Someone in charge must have thought it was unimportant, or maybe even inappropriate.
Why would they think that?
How should we know? We've never understood what those people do.
Well, I took the liberty of trying to restore what was taken out. Normal ink was used to blot it out, so I was able to recover part of it. Here's what it says. Sapling salesman.
Interesting. Why would that have been redacted? Because that was the guy behind all of it.
All the other redacted parts seem to be connected to this person, but I can't think of a single reason why this individual would need to be removed from the report. Why is he so untouchable?
Oh, him. He's nothing. We were barking up the wrong tree.
Meaning?
Can't include someone who doesn't exist in an official report, now can we?
What?
Doesn't exist? You mean he had nothing to do with the case?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. I don't remember that at all, but alright.
Those letters look very old. The postmark suggests they were sent out from Louisiana. And I suspect that dragonfly mark belongs to the Clarkson family.
Maybe. So what if it does?
A stalker has been harassing Patricia Clarkson for several years now.
Patricia? Clarkson? Is that Patty?
Did you know about this?
Is she Clarkson now?
Constant silent phone calls, unmarked letters. She also spotted a suspicious figure lurking near her mansion several times. And just last week, her employees spotted a strange figure lurking in the vicinity. The day someone else coincidentally used your alias and traveled to Louisiana.
That's very intriguing. Aligned, Symbolism.
Lise Clarkson also reported being harassed by a stalker just before she was murdered. You're aware of this, correct? Because I didn't find any mention of this in your report.
No direct connection to the case.
That seems very important to include in the case.
That's what we must have thought.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Which are you?
That's enough for now. This all has nothing to do with the case. Besides, there's no evidence that proves those letters are from her. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I knew it wouldn't go that easily. Maybe I should try asking my questions in a different way. I could use Agent Jones here. Agent Jones, are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No. Sorry. I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad. I'm actually kinda nervous. I'm not used to this sort of thing.
There's the milk again. That's been the largest mystery of this game so far, is what's the deal with the milk on that table over there?
Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
That's me. This guy might as well be me. There's our 5th or 6th instance of dark laughter.
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation. So far, everything checks out with the report. But there were always some parts of the report that didn't make sense. He expects me to believe he just happened to solve a case this difficult while he was on vacation? And metaphysical offender profiling? I won't let him distract me with his fancy made-up words. After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all. Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
Oh, Belle. We think we finally understand what you're trying to say. But don't be so voracious. How about another cup of coffee? We've still got a long way to go, you know.
Okay.
Yes. It's coarsely ground, so there should only be 4 teaspoons per cup. No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon. Simon, normally you only do surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping, shadowing, tracing credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent crimes. That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a Special power, just like us.
All right, not dark laughter this time, regular laughter. Doesn't count.
You've been watching us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve, then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest.
Damn.
And you only ate once, some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or relieved yourself. You simply sat there and continued to watch us.
What?
You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then, why bother watching us for over 2 days beforehand?
Why doesn't she have flies circling around her in a perfect circle?
You didn't come to talk with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes. And because you're already convinced of something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
But
Oh, coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, my fairy. If you hadn't been paying attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste. The pus in our brains. It really has a way of interfering with our lives. I didn't remember. She came along. No, what's... Coffee. Yes, coffee.
Sure.
Oh. What the Christ? This is friggin' delicious. I thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there.
Okay.
Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating here.
If she observed us for 49 hours straight in the house across the street, I'm pretty sure she already did.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is. Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us. If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So I never forget to pay my respects to coffee, especially at critical moments like this.
Big black cumulonimbus clouds are in the sky, and that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
Thunder snow? Wait, is that a thing?
Ominous. It's almost like a manifestation of the atmosphere in this room right now. Do you hear that thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, being a SoCal native, I'm no snowologist,
We're
so
in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
I'll take y'all's word for it.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm. Agent Jones, after we're done here, Agent Jones, is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Did he shit himself?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
I just don't want to get off this couch, you'll see.
Okay.
You just what?
I just, my stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
I knew it. I called it.
Thunder?
That was just so good, it
what? We don't have all day here.
The coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hallway.
Thanks, pal. Hold on. You can make it. We can do this. It's not very far.
If this was a Metal Gear game, there would be all sorts of fart noises going on here. I'm hoping when I hit the A button, it's going to give me some.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Motherfucker.
All right, I think that's 8 or 9 dark laughters.
There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons. I need to get him to confess. Oh yeah. That reminds me, there's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase. Have you ever seen this before? And please, don't say no.
Sang Rouge, the drug we once chased. What about it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating. It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now. But it's still very much alive. But only in a very limited part of Louisiana. You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared. But it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found anywhere. But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT. If you're lucky. No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe. The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré. Immediately after they found Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia, in order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's so like her.
No, she didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th. According to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before she disappeared. But since that sort of thing happened often, they didn't think anything of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one knows how long her window had been open for. This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a strange man visited Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion. That man must have found some way to lure Patricia into his car, the '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th. I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former FBI special agent.
Ah, we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
What alibi?
I've had enough of your bullshit.
You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness? Surveillance cameras can easily be tampered with, especially by someone like you, who knows all about how the FBI works.
You're possessed by death. Go and take a look at your own face in the mirror. You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Belle. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know? We've got nothing to hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy.
All right, there's our first creepy laugh. Okay. We might be on to chapter 2 now. It looks like the loading screen has changed.
Son of a... How did this happen in my town? God damn it!
The head and limbs were severed and lined up, according to the lines that were drawn with her blood. Just like migratory birds flying systematically across the sky. Hey, Zach, what do you think this means?
They're severed roots.
Severed roots?
This is the way the Clarksons kill someone when they want to cut 'em off from the family.
And how do you know about this?
Everyone in town knows about it. They're just too scared to talk.
What does the V stand for, then?
Beats me. What, you think I know everything now?
Vilitatio. It means quarrel in Latin. That's what the V stands for.
Latin. Intriguing, isn't it, Zach? There are no defense wounds on the corpse. In other words, Galena showed no signs of resistance when she was amputated. But, strangely enough, there are small traces of subcutaneous bleeding around the wounded areas. That's a vital reaction, which means she couldn't have been dead.
You mean...
Yes, that's right, Patty. Galena was amputated while she was still alive, and she never resisted.
Is that even possible?
It certainly isn't impossible. For example, if she was put to sleep with a drug, or if she desired the amputation herself.
Why would she ever desire that?
Mr. York, I'm sorry, but there ain't no way that could have happened.
How can you be sure of that, Melvin? Our world contains phenomena that could never be explained with logic. This is especially true for phenomena in which humans are involved. Do you really think all the facets of love and hate can be explained with logic?
Well, no, I don't reckon I do. Yeah, might be too early to rule out those possibilities, just like you say.
Zach, now we truly know just how deeply the Clarksons are involved with this. Patty, how long does it take to reach the Clarkson estate?
Just a short drive. You just gotta head west along the Mississippi. You can't miss it.
Got it. Thank you, Patty.
We've been there before.
By
we
the way,
skateboarded there.
No matter how accelerated Patty may be, don't you think she's still a bit too young to see something like this? For the record, I have no intent to instruct others on how to raise their children, but...
Holy moly, you're right! Patricia, CLG! Come on, sweetie. Kids shouldn't have to see stuff like this.
Daddy, it's too late now.
Okay, so that's Patricia. That's who we were talking about in the 2019 section. Because she becomes Patricia Clarkson at some point. Rather than Patricia Woods.
CLG?
I'm fine. Besides, I'm used to seeing stuff like that on CSI. You're the one who looks pale, Daddy.
Well, it did shake me up a little. But I'll be back to normal in no time. Sorry about that, Mr. York. What say we rest in the interrogation room till we all calm down, CLG?
Sure thing, Daddy. I'm gonna go sit with Daddy for a bit, Agent York. We can join back up later.
Right. Eh?
Galena killed her daughter, so her family cut ties with her. Do you really think that's what happened here, Zach? If this is truly the ritual that the Clarksons use to cut ties with someone, why would they go out of their way to do it here, in a holding cell? They could have easily done it after we released her. And judging from how Danny Clarkson was acting, I think it's clear that he really loved Galena. How could he accept this grotesque butchering, even if it was for the sake of the family? There's no point in ruminating on this. We should get back to the investigation. As long as we keep moving, the answer will inevitably fling itself straight at us.
Right. Okay, so we're at full HP, full stamina. I'm assuming we're no longer stinky. Okay. Still just bees, dog, UFO. We could do the UFO one now. Undergo a checkup at the clinic. Scary place. I'd steer clear of it. Hey, Ike. Hey, man. Good to see you. Hopefully you and the family been well. Oh, this is spooky skeleton guy.
You found the flying serpent. But now, the flying serpent will come to find you.
Yeah, that sounds right. And it looks like this flying serpent is a venomous one.
Some become feasts, while others are eaten alive.
Oh, nice.
Which fate would you prefer?
Both sound marvelous, but let me check with Zach.
A fine answer.
Yep, gotta child-proof the computers now.
The one who fired the pistol at heaven. Within the white hall of beds, brandish the ticket to the goddess. And once again, you will see the other world.
So that...
Do you comprehend the oracle?
So this is probably the hospital?
Zach, it looks like he's hell-bent on leading us back into that other world.
Follow the oracle.
Oh, I will, Hungan. There are only two types of things in our world. Things that should be resisted and things that should be accepted. And I believe this oracle is something to accept.
Okay. I have a feeling it's the hospital in town.
Do you think we're crazy for believing everything that skeletal gentleman says?
Yes.
No, we're not crazy. Not one bit. This is our destiny, that's all.
Right.
But I shouldn't need to explain that to you, Zach.
Okay.
The one who fired the pistol at Heaven. Firing pistols at the sky might be a rather common occurrence in the South. Remember?
Yep. He's not wrong.
Young Guns, 1988, directed by Christopher Kane. There's that great scene where Emilio Estevez keeps firing his Colt M1877 up at the sky. Well, but that film took place in New Mexico, didn't it? And the Oracle probably isn't referring to a situation like that.
So I haven't even been to the
It's got
farm
to be
yet.
for some purpose other than an attack or a threat. Raising a pistol up to the sky, then slowly pulling the trigger, kind of sounds like the start to a race. Don't you agree, Zach?
Start to a race? So this is the voodoo shop. It's probably the farm because it's the one place I haven't really been to yet. So I'm gonna say this.
Bingo, Zach.
Okay, sure.
We're currently running a race here.
We are?
And the one who started this murder investigation is indeed the one who fired the pistol at Heaven.
Okay.
In other words, the person who first discovered the body. According to the files, Lisa's body was discovered by Chuck Thompson, a crawfish farmer. He apparently works out of a fishing hut located in the marshes south of the bayou. Let's go pay him a visit. Who knows? We might even get to see some crawfish. What? Why isn't the murderer the one who started this race? Zach, this isn't like you. Of course the murderer isn't the one who started the race. The murderer's running it. They're currently in first place, and they're breaking all the rules. Any more objections, Zach?
Okay. Sure.
Within the White Hall of Beds. This one is even easier.
So this
there are
is
only a few establishments that have a whole hall's worth of beds.
Gotta be a hospital or a hotel.
Especially in a small town like this. I'm sure you've already got a pretty good idea about what the answer is, Zach. Beds all lined up. Only an amateur would hear that and think it must be referring to a brothel. I mean, come on. Who would ever use White Hall as a symbol for a bordello? No, a White House refers to the same place no matter what country you're in. Disinfectant, jars of medicine, and white smocks. That's right. It's a place where people dress in all white, and this town doesn't have any labs in it, which means there can only be one answer.
What? So he's making it sound like it's a hospital then. But that's... Like, maybe the church is also a hospital, too?
You never disappoint me, Zach. It's a medical facility.
This is a church!
They invite their patients into rooms full of beds, where they're tended to by doctors and nurses clad. It's definitely a White Hall, where people are invited into beds. You always manage to impress me with your intuition. I'm really counting on you here, Zach, and I know I'll always be able to.
What? Okay, sure. Alright, figured it out. Right.
Agent York, you're trying to leave without your trustworthy assistant?
Yeah, it's mostly in black, yeah.
Hello there, Patty. I'd never attempt such a thing.
And like there's definitely hospitals that are faith-based.
I was simply engaging in a battle of wits with Hoongan while I waited for you.
Hoongan?
But it's very rarely like combination church/hospital. It's usually just hospital, but it's run by a religious organization.
Yes, the skeletal gentleman in the top hat.
So this is odd.
Not that story again. Is this how you always conduct your investigations?
This is the way I work.
I bet you can't find a single partner, not even in the entire FBI.
That's not true. I always work together with Zach.
Oh, right. Zach. Don't worry. I'll be your partner while you're here in our town. Now, let's go investigate.
Yeah, like 100 plus years ago, it totally would be one and the same, but I don't know. We will find out, I guess. Let's save first, though, just in case. Just in case game crashes. Alright, so we're officially in episode 2 now. Alright, let's skateboard over to the church. We've already met the pastor for the church, and he was just some dude. He certainly didn't look like he had any doctor gear on him. So I don't know. We'll see. So there's that, and then I couldn't go to the farm earlier in the game because there's a train car parked right on the path to it, and I couldn't go into the bushes around it. So they definitely didn't want the player going to the farm too early in the game. Probably for good reason. So I'm assuming we're going to... Maybe it doesn't matter which one we go to first. They're both kind of in the same area. To the south of here.
Ugh!
How's your mama? So, you're that hotshot FBI agent I keep hearing about.
And who might you be?
I came to claim the body of my daughter. My daughter, who was murdered in a holding cell after you detained her yesterday.
Philip J. Clarkson. Okay.
Zach, I wasn't expecting to run into the final boss this early. You must be the head of the Clarkson family, P.J. Clarkson. And you've come to claim the body of Galena Clarkson, whose dismembered corpse was found early this morning. Is that correct? Where did you learn that Galena had been murdered?
He's a big dude.
Zach and I just learned of the news ourselves.
This is Lucari. And I am P.J. Clarkson. There ain't a single thing I don't know about this town.
I see. So then you must also know about the Severed Roots ritual. I have a question for you, Philip. We suspect that Galena was murdered by someone from the Clarkson family. Have you given that possibility any consideration?
Listen up, you FBI piece of shit. You better watch your manners around my pa.
Shut up, Daniel.
But, sir... My bad, sir.
I'll have you know I once had 3 children. But I must not have raised them very well, because my son and my eldest daughter both ran away and never came back to me. The only one who stayed by my side was my second daughter, Galena. Then she done married Daniel here into the family and presented me with both an heir and a granddaughter. Seemed for a while as if things were finally starting to calm down. But then, someone corrupted both Galena and Lise. And I lost everything. Well, aside from my shit-heel son-in-law, that is. You understand me, FBI?
Galena's death is nothing but a loss for the Clarkson family.
That doesn't mean the Clarksons are automatically innocent, though. Humans don't always act out of self-interest, do they?
That mouth. You're starting to sound more and more like your mother. We're leaving, Daniel.
What? But my treasure...
Now, whether you end up being an angel or a demon, I reckon you're the man I've been waiting for all this time. Once you finish that autopsy, and we're clear to take her home, I want you to give me a call.
They're phenomenal, Patty. So perfectly rural. Ominous statements, foul-mouthed insults. This town possesses a complicated system of communication that you just can't find in the city. Work-centric emails are so cold and lifeless. This is what true human connections feel like. Connections as visceral as blood itself.
So, Agent York, what's next on your agenda?
The last boss may have gotten the jump on us, Patty, but I didn't let him shake my resolve. I intend to obey the skeletal gentleman's oracles, and that's that. First, we should head to either the home of the person who discovered Lisa's body or to the town's medical facility. Well, Zach, what do you think?
Okay. So I'm probably good on... Yeah, I think we're good on ammo. Okay. Yep, this is how you get around in this game. Pretty great. Oh, we got a blue squirrel here. Welcome to America. Alright. Oh, stole a rubber bullet. So yeah, the first game had these really bad, slow cars in order to get around. But in this game you have a reason to go slow. Because they just give you a skateboard. And the reason we're on a skateboard is because our rental car got stolen at the start of the game. So... Alright, so... If this is... a medical facility...
Hey, Agent York. Just so you know, dealing with Pastor Sanders is gonna be a big pain in the butt.
We've already met him.
Big pain in the butt?
That's what I said. But I guess you have no choice but to obey your oracle, huh?
Okay. So yeah, this is the full extent of the medical facilities here. This one little building here. All right. And this is for a decent sized town. Like this isn't exactly a small town. Because they have more than one stoplight in this town.
I don't like hospitals.
Why not?
They soup folks up with medicine, cut 'em up, and then they try and act like they're your friends. Something ain't right about that, you know. It goes against the laws of nature. Plus, this is a church. So you got a pastor, a servant of God, actually playing God with his patients.
I think you have a point there, Patty. These days, we can neither determine death nor reproduce without the help of modern medicine. Yeah, our world's become quite an unnatural one. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Professor R.
This is Lucare. You need to watch where you're going, or someone might end up tripping you.
Zach, it's her. The stylish woman who watched Lise die.
I've been waiting for you, lost lamb.
Hi there, Pastor. Would you mind letting go of me? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
So pitiful. The Lord hungers.
Here we go again.
Sinistar?
What?
Pitiful. Truly pitiful, my little lamb.
No, neither Zack nor I...
Oh, so pitiful. So pitiful, just pitiful. The Lord hungers. 1 can of Spam, 1 can of red beans, and 1 can of spinach. You are to offer up the taboo trinity.
Taboo? Don't you mean the holy...
Oh, how I pity you. Unlike us humans, the Lord never errs. Now, my pitiful agent, bring forth the taboo trinity at once. For it is the will of the Lord our God.
See? I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt.
But Zack and I need to go after that stylish woman.
Too late now. We need to obey God's will.
The Lord hungers!
Come on, hurry it up. We need to go.
I don't know what to say. First an oracle, and now an order from God? Maybe this is the trial that will yield the ticket to the goddess. Either way, it looks like we have no choice but to gather the taboo trinity. I guess it just goes to show that small towns are always filled with the bizarre and unpredictable.
Beans and rice, diner, So we gotta go to the diner, we gotta go to some place that I don't recognize, and the voodoo store for our cool fetch quest here. So this is it. This is the whole medical facility in town is just tacked onto the church here. Okay. Sure. All right. Our first proper fetch quest. Oh boy. Okay. I think that's about as much of this game that I can handle today. Oh man. Yep, gotta wash it all off in the holy water. All right, luckily. He's perfectly accurate when it's just random civilians. But actual enemies in this game, no such luck. Okay. Oh man, what a game so far, this Deadly Premonition 2. I am glad that it picked up today. And things are actually finally happening in the game, rather than the just aimless wandering. Things will probably move along faster, and now that I got a bunch of money in the game, I shouldn't have to be grinding for anything. So we'll see. Hopefully things will be moving along faster in this though. But that's about as much as I can handle for tonight. Yeah, I think that'll be it for that. So next time we'll be continuing this incredible video game and playing more of this. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day, night, morning, or evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Take care.